wrong message because for me, that's not what happened. For me, the truth is we were talking about the cozy situation this last time when it blew up on the internet, and I called her and she was yelling at me.
Let me just say, with friends like Oliver, who the hell needs enemies? So, as you guys know, last week, Oliver Twixt did a story about how Dominique Morgan, who is Ts Madison's business partner with this whole starter house, was a scammer and is right now indicted, and there's some other things going on. I don't want to get into it. We already know. And you're going to see it in the clip where I have a discussion with Knotty and Couture Bae about it. But basically, he tied Ts Madison to this by putting it in the title like, why I didn't warn Ts Madison. And let's be honest about something. If you're going to put me in a title with somebody who you're saying is a scammer, people are going to automatically assume that I'm a scammer too. And you're tying this to the Starter House, which is a non-profit. So it's almost alluding to, yeah, there's some scamming going on with this non-profit. Now, Oliver is still apologizing. Even as of today, he's apologizing. However, I feel like he knew what he was doing. And this kind of goes back to the Cozy situation where he feels like he should have got some kind of writer's credit or some kind of acknowledgement for putting together the video that Beyoncé ended up using for Cozy. Now, here's the thing with the I'm black, you know the line that Ts Madison says. Here's the issue. Honestly, to tell you the truth, Beyoncé could have just took that audio and just used it in the song without giving Ts Madison any credit. So let's be real about something. Maddie barely got credit for that little sample that Beyoncé did. She could have took it and not gave Maddie no credit, no nothing. So Maddie honestly barely got credited for it. So we got to be honest about that. Beyonce could have been even shadier by basically sampling what Ts Madison said and saying it herself, or doing an interpolation of it to where she didn't have to pay Maddie anything. Now, a lot of people don't know the way the music industry works. It's a shady game, but luckily, Beyonce did pay Maddie her money and even credit her for the song as a songwriter. Now, with Oliver, if he feels that at this point he's owed something, then he needs to take that up with legal. But then today, he said, oh, he didn't want anything monetary. He said that Ts Madison asked him, like, what do you want? What do you want? And he couldn't give a number or a figure. He said, it's not about the money. So it's like, okay, you know your relationship is already not good because of the whole Cozy situation. You're still mad about it. What more do you want? Let's go ahead and check out this clip.
Price on what I felt like I was owed, and I kept saying, that's not the route I think we should take. I can't even say what I'm owed. I don't know what I'm owed. I don't know if I'm owed, so I can't say that to you. Like, I really can't say that to you. And repeatedly, I kept being screamed at and hand slapped at saying, give me a price. Give me a price. God gonna bless you today. Give me a price. Give me a price. And I'm like, yo, that's not the energy I'm on. Like, that's not what I'm trying to do. No, give me a price. Give me a price. Okay, so I was like, okay, well, let me think about it and I'll get back to you. So I think there's a difference between saying I did come back and ask for something versus saying I demanded he gave me something and he gave me a number. I just feel like it sends a different message, and I did want to clear that up.
Before I get into the panel discussion, I do want to say this. Oliver, at this point, if you don't want any money for it, then shut up about it. Secondly, you already know that you and Maddie are not friends anymore. Stop talking about her. Don't mention her. And then thirdly, don't mention her with somebody who's allegedly scamming, because people are automatically going to say, hey, you're a scammer. Now, I do want to say this. Maddie did make it clear that you can go to nasum.com and they will tell you how the money is being used and how everything is being allocated. So I do want to mention that, which I will post right here. So go ahead and check it out. But I wanted to go ahead and play you this panel discussion that I had with Couture Bae and Knotty. Now, I do want to say this. I was more Team Maddie because I think Oliver is jealous. And then Couture Bae, she had a run-in with Maddie, so she definitely Team Oliver. And then Knotty didn't give a damn at all. So go ahead and check this out and watch it. I seen it on TikTok, and mind you, I don't even follow Oliver, and it had like over 18,000 likes on it, so I know the views were crazy on it. But anyway, then I came over to YouTube, and that's when I seen the video. I think he has since took it down, but he had put in there in the title like why I didn't warn Ts Madison. So basically, it linked Ts Madison to Dominique Morgan, even though Ts Madison is not in the indictment. But again, that's Oliver's friend, and it's really what about your friends, because your friends will sell you under the bus. Let me go ahead and start with Couture Bae. The floor is yours.
I mean, can you even call them friends?
Not anymore.
I don't think they've been friends for a really long time. And you know what? I have to give it up to Oliver because Armand Wiggins tried to wake it up. And I said, no, baby, you got to talk about. I think he did it on purpose because he wanted the crew that's attached to T.S. Madison to connect the dots because your homegirl was doing all this at the time when you was buying your second home. So, you know, granted you're not in the indictment and what a blessing, but that don't mean things can change. And so I'm like, what do you know, Oliver? What are you trying to say in so many words? And you got T.S. Madison's mouthpiece, Armand Wiggins, coming for Oliver, which really woke up the internet because people were like, wait a minute, in the gay community, there's an ant birds of a feather. Listen, if one of y'all were caught committing the frauds and the larceny, they would say, I knew about it because we have been seen together, we work together. So how do I not know? Baby, that was on a whole tour. So you didn't see her swiping from the you know, the
So are you saying that T.S. Madison was scamming too?
I don't know. Oliver Twist
Allegedly.
made it seem like she was. And that's why I was like, oh my God. That's what made me go hype. Because why else would T.S. Madison do that video cussing him out?
Well, I think she did that video cussing him out because you linking me to this scammer and
No,
you
but you
basically
gotta pay
implying
attention to the
that.
words, friend. T.S. said, you could have called me. Why do I need to call you?
Well, I know T.S. Madison said something about like you could have called me and I could have gave you the information, like, and you could have had like some kind of exclusive or something like that. So,
I don't believe that. I don't believe because we're talking about nonprofits and
mhm.
scamming. And this is not the first time somebody has said T.S. Madison is a scammer and a defrauder and a thief. This is not the
Yeah.
first time. So I'm like, and
Where there's
then
smoke, there's fire, baby.
see, the problem is Armand shouldn't have said nothing. That's why people believe you and Dominique are one and the same, girl.
Oh, so you think Armand was the one that really lit the fire because he came out and said, I didn't see his video, but I'm figuring he was probably against, well, I know from watching Oliver's video the other day that he said like Armand dragged him or something like that. So,
Dragged him, called him ugly, and said he hated him. And that told me everything I need to know.
His dog will holler, honey.
Knotty, your thoughts?
Did T.S. Madison put some bass in her voice like she always do?
Oh.
Yo, if you don't have nothing to hide, look, why are you so bothered? But I'm with Couture Bae. Like, it, birds of a feather. You had to see something, T.S. And you may have got away by the hair of your chinny chin chin right now, but I been you was fraud. You was fraud to our community when you said you wanted us to accept you as a woman. That's fraud right there. Because as soon as you get mad, you pull out the peen. So
oh Lord, not the peen.
But I think Oliver, he been waiting. He been, loading, and he went poof, he went off. And I agree. He making that connection for a reason. And I don't think they've spoken in a long time. So for TS to be like, oh, you could have called me, that tells me right there, y'all not.
Well, that's the point I want to make, because she said that on Friday before he did that show, he called her and asked her about the whole relating some about trans and then Trump, and then he did that show on Friday. So he talked to her that Friday, but then he still did that show, but didn't mention that whole Dominique thing. So I would be upset if somebody literally talked to me that day and then decided to do a video.
I mean, where did he learn that from? T.S. Madison? Didn't you say you was a mother? Didn't you teach the girls? Like, are you not rearing your children right? You should have, like a real mother do when their baby steps out of line. He's one of yours.
And he'll be the one to take her down too.
So you think that he learned it from her, or
not the
yes,
scam, but
that's like me saying I am a product of let's use Tasha K. Oh, I'm a product of Tasha K. Tasha K is mother, right? And people be like, if I do something that breaks the internet, they're gonna run to Tasha K and be like, did you know? Did you know? You know what I'm saying? That's the
Yeah, but
same
at the same
thing.
token, you're not responsible for somebody
You're not
else.
responsible, but Ts Madison has been caught on several videos saying I am mother to
Mm-hmm.
Oliver. So raise your children right. Get your children out the streets spreading fake news,
And I just want to clarify for the
misinformation.
audience, Ts, she puts out here that she's representing for the trans community and things like that, and she expects us to accept her as a woman. But as soon as she doesn't hear something she likes, the first thing that comes out of her mouth is she'll use her private parts to take it from you. And that's putting it lightly. And to me, that's disrespectful to women as a whole. How can you
I'm,
expect for... Go ahead.
I'm still
Go ahead.
tagged. I'm still tagged in the post where she told me and Tasha K to wrap around the tree.
Right. She is not a nice person. And I think it's only a matter of time till her mask is unveiled. It's only but so much you can hide it.
Well, I wanted to point out something too, as well as the whole cozy issue. It seemed like this all goes back to the whole cozy thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And Oliver feels like he didn't get his credit, but all he did was literally do the video. He edited the video, but T.S. Madison was the one who said the whole dark skin, light skin, all that. So does he deserve any credit?
I would say, and I said this back then, if he was heavily involved with the statement and how it came out and whatnot, yes. If he wasn't, Oliver, shut up. I said it on the other panel where it went popular, where I was called a gap to be by the T.S. Madison Women Empowerment. Yeah, okay. So,
All right.
so in that, I said, T.S., if Oliver contributed the way that he alluded to on Bingo, or whatever it's called, then he is owed something, right? But then Oliver does this thing where he throws it out there and then backpedals, and then he takes the good and the bad to fuel his success. And it's been working. And the fact that he got the reaction out of T.S. Madison and Armand and the gay community is backing Oliver, it just goes to show, like, sometimes some things are better left unsaid. Like, say it behind the paywall or whatever, but don't say it
Mm.
publicly because you're not going to win. I always say it. Think of showgirls. There's always a younger girl running up the stairs behind you, ready to push you down to get you out the way.
But Couture Bae, this goes to what we speak to all the time. Oliver should have stood on business and made sure the paperwork was in order so that he could get the credit and he could get paid. We're just going off of what he's saying. Where's the proof? Okay.
Well, they went viral because of, now, mind you, Madison was not seen in that light prior to Oliver being the fake. Because remember, since the Kaya situation, a lot of women were turned off, and it just so happened Oliver came on the scene, who is a Morehouse man. This is why you need collegiate friends, because they will help you get to success. He
But
put something
if he was
together.
able to use
That
that
video went
success, he would
viral.
have success for himself.
Right.
But he does have success. He's went
Couture
viral.
Bae, what success does he have? Now you just lying.
Is he
Come on now.
is he on Beyonce's album? No, but we know that is the show that Oliver produced. Am I correct?
No, a lot of people, if I go like, oh, who's that on the record that said dark skin, light skin? They're going to say T.S. Madison. They're not going to be like, oh, yeah,
They're
that's
gonna
the
say they
video
don't
that
know.
Oliver
'Cause a
put
lot of
together.
women.
Now you're just making fantasies. Couture Bae, you got to be fair. Come on
No,
now.
I am being fair. So out of all the songs, that is the least liked song because of T.S. Madison, because she was fighting with women. And she did it by
No, you
herself.
can't. Couture Bae, come on
It
now. Why are you
is.
lying?
It is. When T.S.
Everybody
Madison,
was saying dark skin, light skin, bitch, I'm black.
they
Everybody was
was
saying that. Come
they
on.
they
I'll
was
let you finish.
they was until that whole when Just Hilarious came out here, because I still
Mm-hmm.
got the video up. I have the proof. I have the facts. You know, when you are out with me, you are out forever, because never allow me to
Yeah.
be your opposite. Okay, because I'm always going to keep tabs on how successful you really are. So when that whole shindig went down, it was a viral song until she was fighting with what? Natural born women. Now, am I saying T.S. Madison is unsuccessful? No, but T.S. Madison lied to us about the Grammy, about the Emmy. Shout out to Michelle A.T. Elliott, who had to break that down, how she was lying. She didn't get no Grammy. She didn't get no Emmy. And I'm sitting up here like,
Mm.
Scratch a lie, find a thief, baby.
And the receipts are out there. And this is why I say misinformation. Now, do I feel like Oliver is wrong? Of course. But that is Ts Madison's protege. She has actively said this. The Sydney Stars, Ts Madison's protege. The Oliver Twixt, Ts Madison's protege. These are your children. Go get your kids out the street. They are telling your business.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that Oliver feels slighted for this whole cozy thing. But again, he was just the editor. He just put the video together. If I pay you to do a video, Couture Bae, it happens to go viral, do you expect like a part of the cut from it?
No, but I do want my credit. I want my producer credit, you know.
So you just edited the video, not like, did the script. You just edited the video and then...
I want my credit. I want my credit.
But my credit would be I paid you for the video.
I see it both ways because has Ts Madison went viral since?
No.
She's on TikTok.
See, here we go.
The clips are viral on TikTok.
Since Oliver has left, has she went? And I'm not talking about when I say viral, when she did black skin, brown skin, that went viral because Beyonce picked it up and it became a song. I do shout out to Ts Madison. She's doing great things. But has she went viral since Oliver has left or was fired or whatever they got going on?
But I wouldn't even say she went viral because of Oliver. She went viral because of the video.
Has she went viral since?
Well, Beyonce haven't picked her up for a song. But again, that wasn't Oliver. He just put the video together.
It was all Ts Madison. Look, I don't know. I don't know who did what. They have conflicting stories, and the only person who knows the truth won't say anything, and that's Chi-Chi.
Oh, any thoughts, Maddie? I'm sorry.
I think a credit would have went further. Forget getting paid. A credit, like imagine if he had that credit out there, how much work he would pick up after that. But I still feel like Oliver needs to be held accountable in this situation, bro. You should have handled your business to make sure you got your credit. People need to stop working for free and make sure they handle their business first before they do the work. You handle the paperwork.
Well, he was paid. He was paid.
He was paid.
Yeah, again, he edited the video. He's the one that put the video together. Mm-hmm. But the vocals, as far as the, dark skin, light skin, bitch, I'm black, that's the part that Beyonce used from the song.
He said he said he wrote that script though. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's conflating.
No, he said he put it together. He put the sequence together.
Yeah. So
that made it sound like that.
That's producing. You do music.
Yeah, but again, like he just spliced it or cut it the way it was, but that's not necessarily him. Oh yeah, I wrote this for you. Like writing it or producing what it said is totally different than somebody just editing a video and then putting the video together for you.
It sounds to me like it's just an edit.
I don't know.
Yeah, like if he thinks that he's owed something, then he needs to take it legal.
Right.
That's honestly the truth. Like he needs to take it legal if he feels like, oh yeah, I did this or that. But he would have a hard time proving that if he didn't exactly write this down. If he didn't write it or tell her to like, oh, I need you to say this exactly this way, then because it's not like it's like a TV show and it has like a production company that does something, and then it's not that. It's literally like Couture Bae in my room right now recording me, right? She takes this video and edit it, and then somebody uses like my words or something like that. She just did some editing for me, but I'm the one who's come up with what I'm saying.
The concept.
I still feel like this. Ts Madison needs to get her kids out the street or stop addressing them because I didn't understand it. Nobody was waking it up on YouTube until that Madison video, and that Madison video was going viral where she was dog walking over, and I was like, my God, I saw it at work, so I know that was viral.
Yeah, I think it's a lesson in when it comes to like these YouTube relationships. Like some people don't mind playing the background, and then there's some people who want to be the star. You can't have two stars. Like somebody has to play the background, and that's basically what it is. Like